goodies.
No, I'm not making cheesy goodies. Okay, welcome to Cooking with My Kids. I'm Heather. Today we will be making spaghetti sauce, meat sauce.
Like a cookie.
No, you can't have a cookie. Oh my goodness. People watching this are going to think that's all you do is ask for cookies. Because it's true. So, we start off, we have big pot with a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in it. Next, the first thing we add to the oil is garlic. Always garlic. You can add onions. I don't because we never eat onions other than putting them in sauces, and so if I have them, they go bad. But anyway, garlic, very important. I use a lot of garlic. There's no real recipe for There's no real recipe for this. I just make it. So I'll tell you what I'm putting in as I put it in. Oh, you may not have chocolate. No. So, Rowan, I have a child under my knees. Ugh. So, like I said, lots of garlic. I will use most of a head of garlic when I make spaghetti sauce, just because why not, really. So, we'll turn the oven, or the stove on. And press the garlic. Rowan. Hey. Stop. No hitting Willow. Not that she minds, apparently.
Two cars. Two cars. 7.
Oh. We get the garlic frying. Now, although I don't have fresh onion, I do have freeze-dried onion, so I'll put some of that in.
That could be too fresh.
No, I'm not going to make Willow be toothless right now.
Yes.
No.
That's a let me have.
What?
Let me have a big dragon. Let me go.
Oh, you want to be a big dragon?
Yeah.
Alright, so I usually put some spices in right now with the garlic because then it infuses more into the sauce because it has more time. So I have more freeze-dried basil, a bunch of that, and just a bit of dill. Alright, so now we cut open our bag of meat. Now you can use whatever kind of meat you want, or tofu if you want. Alright, I am using what I believe is a mixture of ground beef and elk. Now, usually, while the meat is cooking, I will cut up my vegetables. Because, although this is a meat sauce, there is absolutely no reason not to fill it full of veggies. Unfortunately, I used up all my peppers last night. Oh dear. I'll be right back. Rowan. No, you don't need to watch a Pablo. You need to stop making your sister cry. So, I will be adding carrots, lots of carrots. I love carrots in spaghetti sauce. They're so good. They add like a bit of sweetness and nice little bright pop of orange. And it's a great way to get the kids eating more vegetables. I also have some leftover broccoli, which I'm going to add as well. So, while the meat is cooking, I'm going to chop up my carrots.
A for danger.
I also also like to season the meat while it cooks. So usually for... What's wrong? Okay, Rowan, no. Stop. So usually for spaghetti sauce, I will add chili powder.
Let me go be a big dragon. Let me go be a big dragon.
Yeah. And Italian seasoning. And just a bit of cumin, because I really like cumin.
Hey, you make my big dragon.
Yes, I'm going to make you a big dragon. You just have to be a little bit patient. And we'll also add some dried rosemary. And I like adding that early because, well, it needs to soften. So it's always good to get it in there early. Not really sure how much I'm adding. Maybe like, I don't know, a teaspoon? Maybe half a teaspoon? The seasoning, it's all to taste. So you want to make whatever tastes right to you. So if you like, I don't know, if you don't like chili powder, don't put it in.
Let me go be your big dragon.
Yes, I will. Rowan, please don't growl at Willow. Rowan, I either give her the book or don't give her the book. But don't hold it over her head like that. Well, you're okay. You just bumped your face a little. So I have this on around medium, a bit below medium. Would you like a carrot? Wasn't talking to you.
I don't like crowd. I like a cookie.
No, you can't have a cookie. Willow is playing with the carrot and one of Rowan's winter boots, and she is putting the carrot into the boot and then taking it out and chewing on it. Nice. And then I'm going to put some carrots in with the meat. I'll do all the carrots. You can never have too many carrots. Rowan, please don't play with that. Chili powder. I bought this chili powder. It's wonderful. It's super, super flavorful and really, really nice. But it's quite sticky. Rowan. Oh, did you lose your carrot?
It's like a cracker.
Did you lose your carrot? No, there's your carrot.
It's like a cracker.
Oh, you want a cracker? Okay, you may have a cracker. There you go. You can finish those crackers. There you go. Alright, so now the meat is pretty much cooked. If it's not totally cooked, if there's still some red bits, that's okay. It will cook with the rest of the sauce, because I'm certainly not taking it off the heat anytime soon. So next thing we add is a can of tomato paste. This is garlic flavored tomato paste because I cannot have too much garlic. So one of the best ways to do tomato paste is to open both ends of the can because then there's no vacuum and it slides out much nicer. If you have a regular can opener, it can get kind of messy doing this part, but because you end up with the metal circle inside, you can take the one end off and just push it through with the other end, which is very handy. However, my can opener, which I love, unfortunately doesn't do that. But it still came out beautifully. Alright, so mix in the tomato paste. And then a can of diced tomatoes. I mean, you can use whatever kind of tomatoes you like. I'm not a huge fan of tomatoes per se, especially great big ones. So I always get diced tomatoes, or if, I don't know, the whole tomatoes were on special, or if I'm using tomatoes from my garden, I just will stick my immersion blender in the can. And then there we go. Just so that I don't have to deal with enormous chunks of tomatoes. Rowan, did you give Willow a cracker? Can you please give Willow a cracker? Alrighty.
I like my mum's food.
No, you don't get mums. They're for Willow. So, next up, 2 cans of store-bought tomato sauce. They come in so many different flavors, it's quite handy. I think I have a roasted garlic and herb and a 4 cheese. I mean, they're not the best, which is why I use them as a base of my spaghetti sauce, but they're a nice way to add the tomatoes without having to add huge amounts of spices, because they come with some flavor in them. I'm sure you may have noticed, this is a large batch of spaghetti sauce. I make spaghetti sauce in huge batches and then freeze it. And sometimes, if he gets to it before we eat it all out of the freezer, Ryan will make lasagna with my spaghetti sauce, which is fantastic.
Mama.
What?
I got hug you.
Oh, okay. Well, I just need to put these in and then I'll give you a big hug.
This is like a bear.
Okay, so now once I've got the tomatoes and the tomato paste and the tomato sauces in, I add lots more spices.
I like a vitamin.
You had your vitamin. Oh, that's right, I didn't give you vitamin C. Well, I guess I'm finishing off the freeze-dried Italian.
Hey.
Here. Oh, Willow. There you go. And some more chili powder. I'm actually just gonna get rid of that. It serves no purpose. And a bit more cumin. Maybe a dash of paprika. But like I say, this is all about personal preference. It's the best thing about spaghetti sauce. Well, that, and it's just wonderful stuff. I'll add a bit more rosemary. And some bay leaf.
Like more cracker?
You have to eat the ones that are there before you can have more. And then I'll add just a pinch of red chili flakes.
Hey.
I don't do well with super spicy stuff, but it does add a nice kick. Alright, and then and a bit of salt, because I never add enough salt to anything. And some pepper. So this is pretty much what it looks like before I stir those spices I just added in. I kind of pretty much cover the whole surface of the sauce with spices and then stir it in. I like spices, what can I say? I'll also add a bit of garlic powder because I feel that garlic powder is a totally different flavor than regular garlic. And it's a nice one, so why wouldn't I? And now I'll toss that broccoli in. Oh, you guys, get out of there, please. No, 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 out. Out of the cupboard. Oh, now she's mad at me. Mommy's so mean. Alright, so now we get a lid, and I put it on the pot, but not all the way on. You don't want to seal it, or it overheats. But basically I'm just using the pot as, the lid as sort of a splatter shield, and also it catches the condensation and drips most of it back in so it doesn't dry out. So now we just let it simmer, sort of on medium-low for really as long as you want. It's now just after 4, so mine will simmer for about 2 hours. And then we'll check on it later on, once it's been simmering for a while. You may find that the sauce might get a bit sort of watery as it simmers with the lid on. So if that happens, just take the lid off. If you have one, I would recommend using a splatter shield, just simply because this sauce, it bubbles and it splashes and it makes a great big mess. One last thing, sort of the secret to my spaghetti sauce, is about an hour before you're going to eat it, you add about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Just a dash though, you really don't want much or it gets too sweet. I think anyway. And there you have it. Some noodles, some garlic toast, and you've got spaghetti. This has been Cooking with My Kids.